And we back! A couple weeks ago, I started a new NBA universe, and this is episode 4, I'm pretty sure. If you need a quick refresher of what draft class is coming in this season, it is this one with Ben Simmons, Pascal Siakam, DeJounte Murray, Brandon Ingram, and so on and so forth. At the beginning of every single year, we spin a wheel to figure out what a draft class we're loading in. Of course, you can see in the top right corner, this is 2008, and that's definitely not the 2008 draft class. DeAndre Ayton won in the league in 2008. He might not even been born. No, that's exaggeration. But, yeah, we're spinning every single year, and we just wrapped up a season. And I completely forgot what that season looked like. So let me quickly go through the league history. Oh, yeah, the Lakers. Right. The Lakers went back-to-back. It's kind of crazy because for the most part, it's been the same teams kind of controlling the league. The Pistons have 2 championships. The Wizards have 1, but they went against the Denver Nuggets in a lot of these. The Wizards, over the last 3 seasons, have been in the finals. Only won 1 of those. Denver has made it twice. And then, the Pistons have won. So we have pretty much the same teams competing for the championship every single season. And I don't know, maybe it's time for a shakeup. Not by my doing, because I'm not doing anything I'm not supposed to. But, you know, a good draft, a good trade or two can change a lot of stuff. The Warriors have the highest odds. They were awful this season, followed by the Raptors, Heat, and Clippers. Warriors, Raptors, Heat, Clippers. The Celtics and the 76ers jump. Hold on. The Celtics had a 7% chance, while the 76ers had an about 9% chance. Oh wait, did I say 7%? That's a 4% chance. And they jumped all the way up to win the lottery. Now, this is an interesting draft. Ben Simmons is the #1 prospect. But, like, if you take Jaylen Brown, people ain't going to be mad at you. If you take DeJounte or Brandon Ingram or auto-generated guy. Who is this guy? I don't know about this. Anyway, auto-generated dudes kind of exist in this universe. You got to do what you got to do. So far, no auto-generated players taking over the league, though. Everybody has been pretty cool as far as being real people. First overall pick, the Boston Celtics select Ben Simmons out of LSU. I completely forget who's on the C's. It is Chauncey, it is Zach Randolph, and Wally Zerviak, and Robert Williams. Yikes. Anthony Simons is kind of young. I'm sorry, he's not that young anymore. He's 24. Okay. All right. The start of something. This version of Ben Simmons might develop a 3-point shot. This is a different universe. DeJounte Murray goes 2nd overall to the Raptors. 3rd overall pick is the auto-generated center. 4th overall pick is Pascal Siakam to the Warriors. Now, the Warrior fans are hot because they were by far the worst team in the league. I think they ended the season on like a 20-something game losing streak, and they fell down to 4. Luckily for them, they get Pascal, who's pretty good. Jaylen Brown goes to the Miami Heat. Brandon Ingram is a Clipper with the crazy hair. Jamal Murray is back in. Is he from Toronto? He's from Canada. So he's back at home after spending the year at Kentucky. Malcolm Brogdon, smooth, clean with the Blazers. And then we get the next one. Is this a trade? It is Ronald Murray to trade down. Sure. 9th overall pick for the 25th overall pick in Ronald Murray. Taurean Prince. Not Tayshaun. Tayshaun's already in the league. Taurean Prince out of Baylor. 9th overall pick. Who's still on the board? There's got to be somebody really good on the board. Jamal Mashburn and a future pick to the Rockets for pick number 10. We here. I'm here for player movement, baby. I'm here for it. Let's get it. Marquise Chris, you traded up for Marquise Chris. Will they come back and bite you? There's the bonus. Okay, yeah. So there are a lot of really good players left on the board. Not that guy. Even though, he might be really good. Jakob. What smooth jerseys those Bobcats have. And now it's him and Cade Cunningham. Some of these people, we passed the lottery. I only do lottery. Some of these teams I remember pretty vividly. There's other teams where I do not remember who's on their roster. If y'all don't know, I'll be recording. Fred VanVleet, only a 70 overall. I'll be recording these videos, then leaving for 7 days, and then come back, and I completely forgot what we just went through. Denzel Valentine is still a Bull. I'm actually out of here. I'm not looking at it anymore. Okay, this draft class, this free agency class is not nothing crazy. It's got a couple names, but for the most part, it's all restricted. Restricted free agency. Okay. I do not see the Bobcats in here. Now, the Bobcats have the opportunity to match because it's restricted free agency, but boy, oh boy. The Wizards, are they going to lose their guy? Nope. Carlos Boozer's coming back. We haven't seen any, big-time players switch rosters as far as free agency goes. The Orlando Magic are losing Ron Artest, but based on this, maybe that's okay. His defense is still elite, but, he don't shoot the ball well. And, yes, a lot of restricted free agents. What we're seeing is a lot of players just sign their extensions during the regular season, and that's kind of it. The Lakers keep Jalen Green, so the Bobcats do match Cade Cunningham. Yeah, everybody's pretty much staying where they were. Ron Artest, the biggest name so far to switch rosters at 28 years old. 4-year, $35 million deal to go to New Jersey. James Bouknight is also switched rosters. He averaged 17 points per game last season, so he's a pretty good shot maker. And he is going to the Grizzlies after spending the last couple of years in New Orleans. Antoine Jamison, at 32 years old, got a 3-year deal to go team up with Cade Cunningham and company. James Posey switches rosters from Milwaukee to go team up with Tim Duncan. That's actually a pretty good pickup at just $3 million a year. Bones Highland was there last season. Yep. Alperen Sengun was at the Bull last season. So not a lot of player movement in the league right now. That's okay. I don't think every single offseason has to be something crazy. Here we go with player progression. Cade Cunningham and company. They got Manu now. Was he here last year? I guess he did end the season here last year. Okay, Manu's not a Hall of Famer, unfortunately. Kobe is still the best player in the league. You want to see them make a move this year because he's been all alone. The one time we were, oh my God, Kyrie Irving's nasty. Kyrie Irving and this auto-generated center might be nice. They also brought back Ray Allen for 5 years. I guess he's a 4-lifer, kind of. The Kevins are still together, so that's cool. And then Klay Thompson. The Bulls are about to be really good again. Shout out to the Bulls, baby. I'm here for it. Yeah, look at Kobe's roster. Sheesh. You just signed James Bouknight. That was their offseason acquisition, James Bouknight, and you're supposed to say, Kobe, we got some backup scoring for you. The rest of this roster is kind of buns. Why does Alex Caruso? Why did they do this, bro? Why did they make him look like that? Oh my God, his face skin is awful, bro. Oh my God, they just threw like a bald cap on him. It don't even the lighting doesn't even match his head. You know what time it is? It's time to spin the wheel to figure out what draft class we bring in next. 2012. Why do I feel like we've already got 2012? I don't know. Who's in 2012? Oh no, we don't have this draft class, huh? Yeah, we don't have this draft class at all. It's just way too many auto-generated players for 2012. Is not that long ago. What content creator or roster creator has a genuine 2012 one? Because no way. Like, yeah, this one's better. They didn't have Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, who's a super important in this draft class as the guy that was drafted as high as he was. This is a way better draft class for what we're looking for. There's a lot of real people in here, and that's what we're here for. We need real players. I want to see player movement this year. You know what? Somebody told me to go look at our slider and adjust them with the time. And this is what we've been rocking so far in this video. I think it's been allowing us to have, you know, if we go to free agency, I don't think there's anybody good sitting in free agency. Yeah, so it's done a good job of making sure that we don't have real people sitting in free agency. So we'll take that. I mean, we have some, like Mike James, but like he's a 73. So those things have helped. But we also have not seen players switch rosters in free agency and stuff, and that's what we want to adjust. Maybe we do that later. Let's simulate. Let's simulate to the deadline, figure out who's buying, who's selling. Y'all know the bulk of these videos is once we get to that postseason and we get to see some games. You know, I just realized this is the first year of the OKC Thunder. We were asking, like, did Josh Giddey play his career here? Yeah, he was in Seattle. This is the first year of OKC, and they might be a playoff team. They might not be a playoff team. So this is what's going on in the league right now. The Timberwolves think that they're buying, but they are underwhelming considering the talent on the roster. That's why they're trying to buy, because you have a good collection of players, but it ain't really working out right now. Paul Pierce is getting traded today. He just signed an extension, 4 years left on the deal. He is 31 years old, and he's having a magnificent season. The team is the worst team out west. It doesn't make sense to keep him on the roster when you have Jarvis Hayes and the Raps, or you have Alec Burks who can play some three for you, who's not shooting nearly as good as his rookie season. It's just time for them to part ways with Paul Pierce. So we're trying to find the Paul Pierce team. The Bobcats could potentially be that team. Now, this is a relatively young team right now, but you saw the numbers. You saw the numbers that he's putting up. Manu Ginobili might have to be another casualty. Now, he's having the best year of his career right now, so maybe you want to keep him on the team. But, like, you're thinking about the small forward position. This is a team that could definitely use an upgrade, and you could just move Manu to the bench. The Grizzlies they're still buying. They're trying their hardest to try to figure out what the heck to do with Kobe. They got some people that's upset with their PT or the lack of success on the team. If they don't make the playoffs, this offseason, Kobe will be traded. I'm saying that. He's telling the world, I'm going to request a trade, maybe, possibly. Crazy enough, there's not a lot of teams that could be using Paul Pierce right now, other than the Bobcats potentially. Let's go try to make a deal with the Bobcats and Paul Pierce. He did regress this offseason, but I mean his numbers don't say that. His overall does, but not the numbers. The numbers saying he's about as good as ever. The only thing is you have to get to $8 million, so you don't really have that. You sign Darko, and Darko's your starting center, so you can't afford to lose him, even though the numbers aren't crazy. But the backup to that is Jakob Poeltl, who you just drafted, who hasn't played a single second of NBA ball yet. So you don't want to obviously trade your starting center, especially because they don't have one to give you in the deal. It's not like you could get him and Marc Gasol, because Marc Gasol is 24 years old. He's got to stay where he's at. Young center who hasn't found his way at 21 years old for Paul Pierce. And then you got the new center for Jared Dudley. Now, obviously, if you're trading Paul Pierce, you don't just want Darko Milicic. So that is where you start to throw in draft capital, but you've already traded draft picks. I just did all of this, and they can't even trade away draft picks. So, all right, Paul Pierce might be staying into the offseason, man. There's no other team that's in the market for Paul Pierce, unless you're this team, and you're trying to make one final push for Kobe so he doesn't request a trade, and you say, hey, Paul Pierce and Kobe are around the same age, 30 and 31. That's going to be good enough to help us make the playoffs, right? We give away two of the players that are upset, and we don't want to give up too much because, again, Kobe said he might want to request a trade. So we'll give you this. We cannot give you this year's pick. We cannot give you that pick. 2012, and the young Alex Caruso, who, again, what is that Professor X hat that he got on? Skull cap. It's just bad. Paul Pierce is now a part of the Grizzlies. Kobe, please stay is basically what this deal says. The new starting lineup is Smush, Cole, Paul Pierce, Jayshawn Tate, and Big Z. Off the bench is Mr. Bouknight, who, again, we talked about having a really good last year. This year, he is slightly worse, but still okay. Vucevic is in the pipeline right now. You could, obviously, in 2008, maybe start both of these dudes, but it's okay with having a good backup. Chandler Hutchison's having a good year. Raja Bell is existing in his best way possible. This should be a team that right now can make a run, but look at all of the L's recently. They're only 6 games under, and you don't even have to be good to make the playoffs right now. You don't. 12 seed, the difference between this right now in the playoffs is 2.5 games. I'm sorry, 1.5 game. I can't read. That's a 1.5 game difference. You go on a nice little run, and boom, Kobe stays on the team. I think that's a worthy investment. And if Kobe leaves, then you just reset. You trade Kobe and get some pieces. Kobe is the best player in the entire league. This is a win-win. That is a win-win. I wonder if there's another player that could potentially get moved. Stephon Marbury continues to be on these bad teams. But if you look at the buying teams out there, this is one that could use a point guard upgrade, but he's making a gazillion dollars for this time frame, and I don't think his production matches that. $12 million is crazy. Jermaine O'Neal's another one of those dudes where he is phenomenal. 90 overall, selling team, but that $15 million is oh my God, no. Somebody's got to snag. Somebody's got to snag him. He's insane right now. How many threes have you made with that shooting split? Okay, it's not a lot of them, but still, he's ridiculous. Somebody has to have the money to take him. I mean, it's one of the biggest contracts in the entire league right now. And everybody that's making that money is kind of warranted right now, There's no more like crazy big contracts for no reason. Every single one of these teams have their contracts because those players are that good. The Kevin Knox contract is kind of huge, but look, Kevin Knox is a productive player at 16 points per game. Yeah, that's the biggest trade we're going to do today. We're going to go to the offseason, man, the postseason. The first MVP of LeBron James' career, finally. Oh, no, he's 93 overall now. No, this is the year. Yeah, I mean, what are you supposed to do? Drive and dunk 99? He's a point guard, full-time point guard, ladies and gentlemen. This universe is a full-time PG. Ben Simmons, not a full-time PG. He's a power forward, but does play some PG, as you can see, 5 assists per game. Jason Terry with the Jet wins 6th Man of the Year. DPOY goes to who other than Tim Duncan? Ooh, Chris Bosh. 23-year-old Bosh jumped up to almost 28 and 10. Sheesh, Chris. All right. He was the 10th overall pick, by the way. 12th overall pick, by the way. I do want to remind people, this man right here was the 12th overall pick in the draft. 12th. Dave Stevenson, you look younger than I do. Whoever you are, you coach the team that got a 99, 99, 99. So y'all doing something right. Let's see. All NBA is here. Kobe did make it. I wonder if Kobe and company made the playoffs. The answer is they did not. Kobe will be on a new team this offseason. Whoa. They ended up missing it by a lot of games, actually. 5 games. That's insane. The number 1 seed ended up being the Spurs. That's LeBron and company. Then we see the Suns, who are back on the prowl with Dwayne Wade and T-Mac as their backcourt. And they picked up Kuminga for the low, right? Then he signed. Oh no, that's a full good contract for him. Whoa, what a team! What a team! And then you also got the Lakers, who have won the last couple championships, and now Joakim Noah's playing the best ball of his career. He's a two-time champion, All-NBA or All-Rookie team. You know Joakim. You know what he brings. There's the 0.42% from three. Yeah, you know what he brings. You know, why is he attempting 24 three-pointers? Coach, why does he have the green light? I don't understand it. The worst team ends up being the Trailblazers. Yep. So that does make sense. That figures. You know, you can go out and get Anthony Davis is in this draft, guys. Damian Lillard. This is a year to be bad. On the other side, sheesh. That Ray Allen extension ain't help a lot, huh? Kyrie Irving's probably doing his part, but they were awful. And I can see them making a trade at the in the free agency period. Stephon Marbury still, you know, doing a thing. Rookie Jaylen Brown was okay. The best team ended up being the Bulls. 10-game win streak from Detroit. 10-game win streak going into it from Detroit. They always find a way to put it together when it matters the most. I mean, that 10-game win streak kind of helped them make the playoffs completely. And they got to go against the Bobcats in the first round, who we saw was trying to make some deals at the deadline but couldn't. But again, they still put together okay roster behind Kay Cunningham, who is now a 98 overall. So that would make him the second best player in all of basketball if you were keeping up. He's had multiple seasons where he averaged 30-plus points per game. He is here, and he is ready to take over the league. That's some good matchups here, man. The Pacers are up 3-0 in this one. This is Tim Duncan and them. They've been pretty good about getting out of the first round. I'm assuming that's going to be the case again today. But if it's close, you know what we got to do. If it's close, you know what we got to do. Come on, stay this way. 4-point game, minute and a half to go. We'll dive and see what's up. We'll see what's up with this one. This feels like it has potential. So in this game, Emob is 26-12. And then on the other side, Tim Duncan is Tim Duncan. 37, 14, and 8. He said, I ain't trying to go to no game 5. I want my rest. So here we go. Mullen inbounds it to Jason Richardson, who again is one of the best playoff performers in the entirety of this series so far. And with them down by 4 points, they're going to need him to turn it up. He's been guarded by Kevin Knox. There's a screen for Mullen. 3-point shot, Jay Rich. No good. Good rebound for Marcus Camby, who outlets it to Evan Mobley, who docks up I almost called him Kevin Love, who docks up Kevin Knox. And just like that, they have a 6-point lead with a minute to go. Was this jumpy or worthy? I don't know. What a pass from our guy, Evan Mobley. Let's see what Jason does. The only thing is, when you have a team led by a big and you jump into simulation stuff, the big man very rarely touches the ball unless it is Yao Ming. Yao Ming is the one that makes everything go. Everything goes through Yao. But all these other really good centers don't get an opportunity to really showcase everything. Is that who I think it is? Isaiah Thomas! High off the glass! Where's the headband? I didn't. Oh, I thought he has 19. Oh my God, he's got 19 points. And he's so small out there. And there it is. There's Tim Duncan with the ball. A double comes. That's almost a triple. Tony Parker, big shot. Tony Parker, bang! Green release. It is a one-possession game again, and enough time to get a stop and get another three. I thought that the way the Orlando Magic were hooping right there, this game was over in their favor. They give up the three off the double/triple team of Tim Duncan. Isaiah Thomas trying to force it. Gives it down to Emo, who takes a contested two. Big shot. Big shot from Evan Mobley. All right. Jason Richardson got to make something quick happen. Will he do that? I don't know. This is the same exact play they ran a couple possessions ago. There's a screen from Mullen. Long two, I think that was. Or was that a three ball? It was. And you see what we saying about Jason Richardson. You see what we saying about Jay Rich. He is a playoff performer to the highest degree. I'm going to play the foul game right here. Hope that they miss one. Isaiah Thomas gets it. There is the foul. All right, IT, let's see what you do. Is IT the actual starting point guard of this team? Yes. All right. Shout out to the little man out there, man. You also have Kevin Huerter on the court, so if you need some free throws, I'm assuming that Kevin Huerter is a good free throw shooter. I don't know for sure, but we about to find out. He misses one of these, the game is still in limbo. If he makes both, it's probably over. Where's the headband, Kevin? And the first one is up, and it is a green release. There's no pressure on this man's back. The second one is up, and it is a green release. There's no pressure on this man's back. I'm assuming that's going to be the end of it, ladies and gentlemen. And it was. All right. We got to see IT get a couple buckets. I'm a fan of that. You know what I'm saying? A great pass from Evan Mobley, if you remember. And then this shot right here, it didn't seal the game. It was important. It was just extremely important. That's all. So they live to see another day. Next, we see Cade Cunningham versus the two-time NBA champion Detroit Pistons. And the Pistons are up. They're another team that always finds a way to be in the mix, even if they're the lower seed. Again, they came in with the most momentum with a 10-game win streak. And it looks like the almighty Bobcats are falling again. This might be an offseason where they buy. That's all I'm going to say. This might be an offseason where they buy. Because it's a lot. Oh, this game was Cade Cunningham was nowhere to be found. Actually, his playoff numbers look bad in comparison. But it's been a lot of Cade, and maybe he just need a little bit of help. I don't know who it could be. Don't know. I don't know. Don't ask. I don't know. I don't know. The next game is going to be the Knicks versus the Celtics. The Celtics, of course, have Rookie of the Year Ben Simmons, and then a bunch of other stuff that are pretty good. The Knicks are a team that I think should be making noise every single season. They haven't really been able to put together a full playoff run. Is this the year? It might be, because this first half tells me it's a lot of them, and it like they're going to be able to advance to the second round at the minimum. All right, that's a good start. 34-point win behind Josh Christopher again. Josh Christopher has been so phenomenal so far in this series for the Knicks, man. I can't believe Toronto and Portland gave up on him, because he's been crazy. Look at this first round in the playoffs. He was elite. And that's coming off the bench. That's bench production. So that's pretty cool for him. Warriors Jazz see the underdog Warriors up 3-1 in the series. Eventually, Luka's going to need some help. So maybe this is another team that can make a change at the offseason. Just putting some fuel at the fire, because Luka has won an MVP. And he's good enough to do so much, but not everything. This Warriors team is young, though. Usman Garuba, Pascal's a rookie. Kawhi Leonard is a couple years to his career, and Jaden Springer. So this is a young, promising Warriors team, and they might be advancing to their second playoff series. In this second playoff series, this entire series, right? I don't know if they've made a second round appearance yet. Wow. It look like it's happening, too. I don't see a comeback coming from that. And just like that, the Warriors have won the game. Kawhi Leonard with 34, and then Rip Hamilton with 32. Get the job done. So we just saw a part of this game, but we have another closeout opportunity, 3-1 lead in the favor of the Pacers. We have not seen a 3-0 comeback. So I don't know how much I feel about the Pacers' chance of, the Magic chance. And it's close again, and then it's not. It was close, and then it wasn't. Big time blowout second half for them. And who else but Jason Richardson? Man. Dude is a stud. He shot 22 free throws. And that was what it took. We have a 3-1 series lead for the Chicago Bulls going against the Wizards. The Bulls, again, have the Kevins and Clay. The Kevins and Clay. Sheesh. This is a crazy team. Go Bulls. They won a championship in the first year. I don't know if they're getting out of this game at least. Please be close at least. I want to see the Kevins and Clay perform. I don't think it's happening. It's not happening. Dang. But yeah, that team is kind of insane. Hornets versus Suns. As you know, the Suns have that crazy backcourt, and then the Hornets have a little bit of everything, but they're up 3. They're the ones up. Hornets, but then it goes to Pelicans in the simulation. Whatever. Here's a comeback for the Suns, though. This is an easy win for them to keep their series and season alive. Good. 141 points put up with a double-double from Dwayne Wade. Shout out to him. Close out series for the 1-seed Spurs, where that team is insane. Former first overall pick Thaddeus Young. Again, I want to remind you of that. Former first overall pick Thaddeus Young. Don't look like Thaddeus Young is helping today, but I mean it's close enough. Do we get to see Braun? We will. 3 minutes to go. Boom. Perfect. And every time we jump into a game, they're at the free throw line. It just doesn't happen any other way. LeBron has 38 and 11 and 4. On the other side, it's a well-rounded game, but Gilbert Arenas is definitely stirring the charge. He has 5 steals at this point. And now we got Michael Redd at the free throw line. Oh boy. I just realized what rosters or what people are on the court right now, and it's not the people you want to see. So let's make some adjustments. What the heck? They got 4 centers on the court. And it worked. It worked. What a bucket. Is that Ronald Murray who just scored that bucket? That might be him. Gilbert Arenas off a screen, and we got a violation turnover, and now both teams should have their best players in. Why is Ronald getting the ball and not LeBron? I don't know. Did they not make the substitutions? They did. They made subs. All right, so we're back in the game. LeBron James for 3, and it is no good. And a rebound from Michael Redd. 1-point game in favor of the San Antonio Spurs. Here's Michael Redd with the ball. He's guarded by Franz Wagner, waiting for the offense to get set. It looks like he might be doing a little post touch. No, he wants to go at Franz by himself. And there's a foul. I thought Franz got that block clean. I ain't gonna lie. Thaddeus Young with the ball. He gives it up to Murray. Why is Mikal Bridges not in the game? Don't ask me. I put him in and they took him out. All right. LeBron has every single blue jersey in existence guarding him right now. Hold on. No, that's OD. Look at this. Look at this. Look at first of all, the spacing is, I'm taking a screenshot. The spacing is ridiculous. What is happening? He ain't that good. He ain't that good. He don't need 5 bodies at him. He don't need 10 eyes on him at all time. Y'all gave up the lead. And is that a timeout? No timeout. Great. Okay. I cannot believe they just quadruple team. What's the level? Penta teamed? What do you even say about that? Here's a screen. Moses Moody coming up. They did not make that pass. Gilbert Arenas is being hounded by LeBron James. And here's a screen from Ennis Freedom and a 3-point shot from Gil. No good. 2 minutes to go. Braun with the ball in his hand. Let's see exactly what he's about to do with it. There's a screen from Thaddeus. Almost a turnover. Poke loose from Gilbert Arenas. Thaddeus can't put the ball on the floor. Former first overall pick, for y'all that don't remember. Former first overall pick, Thaddeus Young. Gives it up to Ronald Murray and say, Ronald, please save me. LeBron is asking for a post touch, but it's going to be a Ronald Murray 3 that he missed. And then there's Mitch Robb with an offensive board and his freedom. Where you at with it? Where you at with it? Steal. Oh, man, this is not looking good for the Denver Nuggets. It's not looking good. Find 23. He found 23. 23 gets to the basket. Oh, my God. He rocked the baby. Leah, give me that instant. Huh. I don't know, man. 5-point game with a minute to go. With that offense, I don't know if the Denver Nuggets really have a chance. If they don't score right here, it might be wraps. LeBron with the great defense. Oh, he was defending great for a second. Sheesh, that ended up being awful defense by the end of it. Whatever. Ronald Murray is the point guard. You got LeBron, who's literally a point guard. Give him the ball, though. Yep, that's a mismatch. Oh, my. Oh, man. Hey, I ain't trying to act out of character, but LeBron is out here slicing and dicing these defenses. It's a 5-point game. You don't score right here, it's probably rips. So here we go. We see a post touch for Gil, guarded by Braun. Braun with a good solid defense and calls the miss and a rebound. This might be it for the season for the Denver Nuggets. A foul. Is it a charge? It is not. It is a block. And LeBron's at the line. That is my cue. I refuse to see more free throws. And we just see the Spurs take care of business. LeBron does end up with that triple-double after that last rebound. And boom. Lakers are up in this series versus the Kings. They have been a dominant force over the last 2 seasons. Let's see if they can continue that by taking care of business right now and not allowing it to get to a Game 7. I think that there's a game. Nope, there's no Game 7. Okay, there it is. And that is a win from the LA Lakers where Trae Young did his thing. And you know how they going to do. We do have this Bulls game over here as well. Again, we tried to jump in on this one. They haven't been close to Kevin and Clay and Colin Sexton and company. Oh my God, the Wizards are forcing a Game 7. Yeah, we like Game 7s, baby. We like high-stakes basketball. The Bulls were up 3-1 in that series, I want to remind you. So if they end up losing, then they are a team that blew a 3-1 lead. How about that? This one looks like it's going to the Pelicans, or maybe 5-point game. It's more than 5. There it is. We do have 2 Game 7s behind a Ayo Dosunmu game that wasn't enough. And T-Mac and Wade both end up with double-digit assists. Okay, 1 seed versus 8 seed. Vince Carter and Comp. Again, one of the more prominent teams so far in this simulation because they've just been able to put together good rosters. I don't know if it's enough this year, though. They might be first-round exits. It looks like they're going to be first-round exits. Yep, the Bulls will advance to the second round behind Kevin Durant. Oh, a KG triple-double, too. You want to see KG maybe shoot a little bit more, but whatever. A win is a win. And now we just got the last Game 7 of the first round. I would love to see Wade and T-Mac play, honestly. So if they can keep it close, they did not keep it close. This game is over. Okay, Wade is killing it with the steals. I'll say that much. But instead, it was this team. It wasn't nobody taking over, having an extreme game. I mean, almost 30 and 10 is great for Mike Bibby, but that ain't too crazy. We do see some lower seeds advance, though. Both of the 2 and 3 seed out west get eliminated. And right now, that Hornets team is a game away from the conference finals. And as a commissioner, I don't like that. And the only reason I'm saying that because they don't have top-end superstar talent. You know what I'm saying? They won a game behind Josh Primo. You get me? You know, like, you want to see the best players advance and stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if we getting that. The Bulls are up 3-1 against the Knicks. This is probably a fun series on paper, but a 3-1 series lead don't make me think that it was a fun game or fun series. But the Knicks retaliate, and they say, hey, we ain't going nowhere. The Bulls need to stop playing with their food and go out there and get these wins. This one is Tim Duncan versus Yao Ming and Jaren. We've seen these two teams match up in the playoffs before, and this is complete domination in the first half from the Detroit Pistons. And, yeah, there's no catching up from that, even after a good third quarter. And they force a Game 7. Okay. The Lakers are the lower seed against LeBron and company, but, hey, guess what? The Lakers always find a way. That team is not well put together, and yet here they are about to make another conference finals, the third in a row. This is not a crazy well put together team. Look at this Lakers roster. It's fine. It's not, well, okay, the 296s up top are definitely, you know, but it's not a crazy roster by any means. And yet they keep finding their way into success. I respect it. And that was after years of them being awful in the first couple videos. So I ain't mad at it. The Bulls going to go ahead and continue their dominance, and they get to the conference finals for the first time in a few years. KG, another triple-double. Why is KG only attempting 6 shots? Don't ask me. Colin Sexton is attempting more shots than Kevin Durant, whatever. And here we go. The last Game 7. Two teams that have been very, very good so far. And please just give me one close game. No? We don't get none of these? Yes, we do. All right, 3-point game with about 3 minutes to go. Let's hope that everybody's in the game that should be in the game. This is right. Okay. Now watch. One team's going to be real right. The other team's going to be real wrong. Watch. Yao Ming's not on the court or something. It's not real wrong, but it is wrong. We definitely don't want all of these point guards in the game. All right, Posey gets the ball immediately, goes straight up. It's a 1-point game. I didn't get a chance to get through what I was doing. I was just stretching. You know, these videos take a long time. And there we go. And a timeout because everybody, timeout here, timeout there, timeout everywhere. Here we go. We do have Andre Miller with the ball. Gives it up to Sean Marion. Good look for Sean Marion, and it is a green, bottoms, a 4-point game in the favor of the Detroit Pistons. It's a winner-go-home playoff game. The winner goes to the conference finals to go against the Chicago Bulls. Mullen gets the ball. Give it up to Jay Rich. You know you want to do it. Yep, Jay Rich, go ahead and do what you got to do. Say Ricky Davis guarding you. He can't guard you. He can't guard you, not Ricky. Oh, he does do a pretty good job. He did a pretty good job, I must admit. Here's Tim Duncan with a screen. Leader, Tony Parker, green. Back to a 1-point game. Tony Parker with 24 and 14 at the moment. He is hooping. He is hooping. And another timeout. Oh my God, Ricky. Oh, I thought Ricky's taking a shot. He doesn't. They say he gets downhill and he misses it. But who's there to clean it up? Number 7, Yao Ming gets fouled. He was about to dunk on 7 people down there. Back to a 3-point game in the favor of the Detroit Pistons. Here is our guy, Jay Rich, with the ball. Tim Duncan with the screen. Can we see Tim Duncan touch the ball ever? Yes! Yes! That's great! That's what we're here for. So how much does Tim Duncan have? 29? Man, you better keep giving that man the ball. Well, okay, these other guys are having the games too. You better keep giving that man the ball because he's a Chico. He just is. And you know what? He's going to get some really good defensive players, but he's Tim Duncan, top 10 all time. Ricky Davis gives it up to Sean Marion. Long 2-pointer, no good. And a rebound from who else but Tim Duncan. Opportunity to take the lead right here for the Indiana Pacers. Will they be able to do it? Let's see. Oh, James Posey, I thought he was taking a shot. Instead, he gives it up to the man, the myth. He's not a legend. He hit that shot, he would have been. He hit that shot, he would have been, but he is not a legend. They're still down by 1 point. And Ricky tries to get around the corner. It is not there. And a rebound goes to this is the Ricky Davis, Jason Richardson show. Those are the only 2 players doing stuff right now. And you know what? Whatever. It is what it is. Here we go. Screen. What does he do with that screen? He passed it up to Mullen, who floats it up. This is one of the few auto-generated players to play real minutes. He's one of the few. It's not a lot of them that get real minutes, and he's actually good. Look at him, big. He's basically the same size as Yao. Who was that? Ricky Davis again with another bucket and puts him right back up by 1 with 40 seconds to go. Jason with the ball. If there's any man to take this shot, I know who it's going to be. It was not James Posey, but it should have been. James Posey puts them up by 2. Who is that? Edwards, is that Kessler Edwards? I don't know. He's vibing on the sideline. Oh man. Okay. 30 seconds to go. What is gonna happen? Not enough Yao. I'm be honest with you. Not enough Yao today. That might be the downside of the ISO. Ricky Davis can only get you so far. No Yao play. No Yao play. It's the reason you potentially losing. Mullen, are you a good free throw shooter? The answer is that looked fluid. Oh my God, he missed it. But that's not why I'm saying, oh my God. Bro, what are you hooping in? These aren't even hoop shoes. Those are lifestyle New Balance. He's tweaking. That's why you missed. Your ankle's hurt. That's not a hoop shoe. He made the second one. Still a one-possession game. It is. Who do you want to take this shot? I'm assuming it's going to be Ricky, but Sean Marion is not a bad option. I've seen him hit some clutch threes in this series already. Jaren is the trigger man. He missed it. TP with the rebound. And just like that, we're probably talking about the end of the game. And we are. What a game. Tim Duncan and company. But the real savior was James Posey with his 1-for-1 from three. He is shooting 14% from three in the playoffs, but hit the biggest one. The one that mattered the most. And just like that, our conference finals are set with a 4 and a 7 and a 1 and a 2. And the Bulls are up. We just did all of that just to see the Bulls go up 3-0. The Bulls are one game away from another finals appearance. I don't think it's happening in this game because they gave up 41 points in one quarter. But the Bulls are still one game away from being in the finals again and potentially winning their second one. The Lakers are up 3-1 as well. The Lakers, man, I just cannot believe that Trae Young and Jalen Green as a backcourt can carry a team that far. They're doing it, though. They're doing it. And the Bulls are like their advances to the finals. No game was close. And then the closeout game for the Lakers, will it be close? Let's find out. I would rather have Trae Young and Jalen Green in the finals, if I'm being honest, versus that Pelicans-Hornets collaboration team. I don't even know what the hell their mascot is nowadays. And just like that, the NBA Finals are set. Trae Young, Colin Sexton, Trae Mann. We got Trae and Trae? Okay. Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant. Jalen Green is guarding Kevin Durant. Oh, man. Give us a game. We just want one game to jump into. So far, the Bulls have dominated through 2 games. Will they continue that domination? The answer is no, so that's good. So, you know, we've had a couple years where the playoffs are good and then the finals are bad. A domination on the other side on that one, 2-1 series lead. 2 of the biggest markets in basketball going head to head, which is good for the league. You know, good for the revenue dollars in the pockets of the owners and me as the commissioner and stuff. Yeah, another not so great game, but we do get a tied up series going into game number 5, so that's good. Back at the United Center for it. Yeah, you see what I'm going through, man? I don't want to jump into a game that's a 30-point blowout. There's no stakes involved. So the fact that we were this far in and 5 games and not one of them was close is crazy. Here we go. Please keep it close, Chicago. Please keep it close. All right, this is the best we got so far. Thank you. Thank you. It's all I wanted is to watch an NBA Finals game, baby. And we here. We're in LA with it. A closeout game for the Bulls, potentially. So let's see if they will be. Wait. Is Kevin Durant not on the court right now? What is happening? Made the adjustments on both sides, and now we just wait. Kevin is on the court right now, but like Klay Thompson wasn't, and Alperen Sengun wasn't. So here we go. Colin Sexton with the ball being guarded by Trae Young. There's Gary Trent Sr. Gary Trent Jr. Gary Trent Sr. just retired a couple years ago. What a floater from the big fella, the big ticket over Joakim Noah. A little slight roll, one arm, one leg, everything. All right, has everybody got the right team in? I think so. I think everything is good. Jalen Green is still on the bench, bro. I changed it. There's Joakim Noah. I did my part. I did my part, bro. Don't compare Kevin Durant to Travis Outlaw. What are you doing? That's unfair to Travis Outlaw. But yeah, I put Jalen Green in the game. I mean, there's no much more I can do. It's up to the coach at that point. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to burn one of their last timeouts, Klay Thompson off the screen. I was going to say that's bottoms, but there's the big ticket. Gives it up to Kevin Durant, who's guarded by Travis Outlaw. And there is back to Colin Sexton. Klay Thompson open again. Similar shot, different place, different ending to it because he bottomed that thing. You don't get Klay Thompson 2 open threes and expect him to miss both. You know what I'm saying? And Jalen Green is still on the... Oh, man. NBA Finals, by the way. Thank you, 2K. Here we go. Trae Young trying to get past Colin Sexton. Nothing there. It's crumbled up offense. Can we get some freedom? There we go. Trae Young gets around the corner, step back, and turns it over. LP jumps the gun.
Did I just swallow a fly? I feel like I just swallowed a fly.
Kevin Garnett, another easy basket for him. I feel like I swallowed a fly, gang. Did you see a fly in my mouth? If you did, please don't clip it. Here we go. Trae Young, he's trying to get something going. Three-pointer, no good. And LP. Okay, this is the moment. This is where I can go to the Lakers and say, hey, put your best player in. Put him in. Put it in. Travis Outlaw, you got to come out of the game. You got to come out of the game right now, buddy. Please get Jalen Green in the game. And I think he's gonna come into the game. Great. Okay. Whew. All right, we did it. Jalen Green is now on the court, down by 4 with a minute and a half to go. That's all we needed. Now they got their best lineup. This is their starting lineup, so don't talk about how Jalen Green is small guard and Kevin Durant. That's how they had it before the series started. Kevin with the leaning 3. Why not set your feet? Why not set your feet? I'm not sure. I don't know why not set your feet. But hey, it is what it is. Here it is. Here's Trae Man with the ball. I just got a notification that a 3-point shot was falling. Okay, forget it. Forget my notification. Not important. This is the NBA Finals. Forget about the things I'm thinking about. 1 minute to go. 1-point game. Trae Young. You know, the game opens up so much more now that the second best players there. Colin Sexton is working for the opposition. Why take that shot? And you might have cost the game, maybe. Jalen Green! There it is! Oh my God. Coach, you got to bench him. You got to bench him. I don't know who the backup point guard is, but he got to play over Colin Sexton now. He's got to play over Colin Sexton. No way that it's a shot you get considering the circumstances. 1 minute to go. You're up. You do not take that shot 4 seconds into the shot clock. No way, bro. No way. Kevin Durant, pull up. Oh, blocked. Blocked. Pfizer's back in the game. For Trae Man. I don't mind that. Mid-range jump shot, Trae Young, no good. Rebound, Kevin. It's down to the last 30 seconds. Could this be the end of the season? Kevin Durant guarded by Joe Noah. Step back long 2, and it is Green. Luckily, Kevin Durant is a monster. Because what is Colin Sexton doing? He's standing in the way. He's just standing in the way. All right, well, a big bucket. A big bucket. 1 shot clock. 1 shot potentially. Miss it, the season's over. Not necessarily, but you get what I'm saying. Make it, and you could go to a game 7. Trae Young, guarded by Colin Sexton. The 3 is up, and it is in! Trae Young, green bean off the screen. Wow. Oh, this is real hoops. This is real hoops. NBA Finals hoops. Kevin Durant, Kevin Garnett, Klay Thompson. All options, they give it up to Kevin. 3 foul with the ball. Man on both posts, high posts. The screen is going to come eventually, and it's going to let Kevin Durant do not pass to Colin Sexton. I swear to you, if you pass to Colin Sexton, I'll be pissed. Kevin Durant screen comes. LP flares. Nothing there. LP has to take the 3. He missed it. The Lakers hold on. What is LP's 3-point rating? He made 1 this game, and he's not been bad. He's not been bad. It's an 83. Is it the best look? No. Is it the worst look? No. Kevin, where's that dog? Where's that dog? We get a game 7. The Lakers, if they win this game 7, a 3-peat. The first 3-peat of the series. Hopefully the last. I like parity. And it looks, oh my God. The Lakers 3-peat is real. Are you serious? They blow the Bulls out in this game 7. Kevin Durant is a no-show. Klay Thompson is a no-show. Kevin Garnett showed up, but to what capacity? And on the other side, the best backcourt in basketball, you can't deny it. They've won 3 championships. The best backcourt in basketball prevails again. Marcus Pfizer just had an 8 offensive rebound game in the closeout game. He's not even a crazy offensive rebounder. He had 8. And that would, and oh man, you gave up 18 offensive boards and only got 4 yourself. Wow, what a season, what an ending. What a season, what an ending. All right, I'm going to take my lunch break. I'm going to hit my save file. This offseason, what you can look forward to is a Kobe Bean Bryant trade. And I think the NBA lottery has a lot to do with what team he ends up with next. Tune back in 2 seconds. Forget it, break, I don't need it. I ate a banana, and it's time to get back to work. Because I'm excited about this potential Kobe trade. I cannot lie. All right, so the lottery, again, determines a lot of things. This is the year of, who was his class? Anthony Davis. Yes. The year of Anthony Davis, the team with the highest odds, the 76ers, who have Kyrie Irving, the Miami Heat, the Cavaliers, and then the Raptors. Let's see. The Raptors take 1, the 76ers, the Mavericks, the Heat, and then the Cavaliers. Okay. Now we figure out if there's any one of these 5 teams that it makes sense to trade for Kobe at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Accelerate the timeline, use that as one of the main pieces in the trade. Now, I know for sure the Raptors aren't the team. He'd be right back in the same situation. His team is awful. The 76ers have Kyrie Irving, but they're not very good either, so that doesn't make sense. The Mavs are the next team, or the Heat are one of the teams. Yeah, this doesn't make sense either. The Mavs are the team that's trying to get off Jermaine O'Neal, so that doesn't make sense. The Cavaliers are a team, and this is, whoa, what is the Kobe Bryant team, bro? What team? Okay, so it's not one of the teams that are really bad right now. That, you know, no, if somebody would have been like the 10th highest odds and then they jumped into the top 5, then we would probably be in works. But that didn't happen. I mean, one of the teams that we alluded to earlier of being buyers, I mean, you could talk yourself into the Thunder, but the Thunder already traded draft picks to get Jason Kidd, so they don't have a ton. A team that you can talk yourself into is this Bobcats team. They don't have a ton of young talent. I mean, Jakob Poeltl and Dark are the youngest players. You're not giving up Kay Cunningham, obviously, and maybe you give up Bogdanovich, but he has to resign first. But this feels like a team that could be interested in Cole. The Atlanta Hawks are also a team that could be interested. A trade revolving around Jimmy Butler and stuff. But he has to resign first. The Jazz is also a team that should be interested. But again, there's not like some super good young talent available to a lot of these teams. Like, who's the centerpiece of a Jazz trade? I feel like because Kobe is the best player in the league right now, whatever trade you do, you're looking for a young player plus a ton of draft capital. And once you look around the league right now, Orlando Magic are an interesting team. You do Kevin Knox, so again, Kevin Knox is good in this universe. 24-year-old Kevin Knox. You also give them Sasha Pavlovich, who's existing, and he's not bad, but he's only 24 as well. That's not a bad team to think about. Dirk and them are interesting, but they have Bismack Biyombo in year 2. It's not like, you know, teaming them up with Dirk would be legendary, but they're both 31 years old. That doesn't put them to a championship team. So this is actually becoming harder than I anticipated, honestly. Part of me thinks that we should do it after free agency, just because it's just going to be easier that way. I mean, you can trade Paul Pierce right now. You know what I'm saying? You can trade Paul Pierce right now. You probably should. Paul Pierce for Wally Zerviak. Wally Zerviak is on the last year of his deal. So you're kind of making that swap for protection if you're the Celtics, just to have another player. And then you send Paul Pierce to Boston. Selfishly, I kind of just want to see him back in Boston. But you'll probably route Wally Zerviak to a third team just because you don't. Right now, the Grizzlies are saying that, hey, we're a rebuilding team. So Wally Zerviak is 32 years old. He's a really good player. Who wants him? You know, we even take on bad money if you give us a pick for him. Some Dirk help, a first-round pick for Wally Zerviak. Boom. The Grizzlies are underway with their rebuild. I mean, Big Z, you might just let him walk in free agency. There's no reason to bring him back if you're hitting a rebuild. Some of these other dudes, you know, are younger, so you don't really care about. It's about finding that Kobe partner. And I think going to the NBA draft is the way to go, and you trade Kobe after that. First overall pick, Anthony Davis is a Toronto Raptor. There it is, him and Jamal Murray. Second overall pick is Harrison Barnes. I feel like that's not the right pick for the slot. Bradley Beal ends up in Dallas. I cannot believe they just picked him. Damian Lillard is a Miami Heat'll. All right. Okay. That's definitely not the picture of Thomas Robinson, but we'll take it. Deion Waiters ends up going next. Then Drummond goes to the Suns. Tyler Zeller ends up going to the Bucks. Chris Middleton. Oh my God. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist goes to the Thunder. Mo Harkless, Jared Sullinger. A trade? Potential trade? No trades. Terrence Ross, Festus Ezeli, and then Draymond Green rounds out the lottery going to the Atlanta Hawks. The Hawks are the team. The Hawks 1,000% of the team. Draymond Green and Jimmy Butler. Draymond Green and Jimmy Butler is the trade. Draymond Green and Jimmy Butler is the trade, y'all. I'm telling you. I mean, those are that's the starting point of the trade. There's no way around it. Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green, Kobe Bean Bryant. They got to make him $9 million. I did not realize that Rashard Lewis's contract was so big, bro. Well, that sucks. I think the making is there, but Kobe's contract is $20 million, so makes it a little bit more difficult. I'll say that. Chris Bosh. Oh my God. The Blazers let Chris Bosh walk in restricted free agency. He is a 76er with Kyrie Irving. That is the highest profile name that could have been moved right now. They're building something now. Ray Allen's old and he's going to regress. But, bro, that is pretty good. Now, you did fumble having a second overall pick and getting Harrison Barnes. But everything else is, wow. That is crazy. Eddie Curry goes to Utah to team up with Luka Doncic. The Cavs take away a player from Utah, and that is the caveman Chris Kaman. The Miami Heat gets him time. And so we're actually seeing player movement, and we see our guy Big Z end up with the Pacers with Tim Duncan and company. All right. I mean, we're seeing some good movement here. We're seeing some good movement. The Bulls end up with Al Harrington on a decent deal. So after looking through all of the teams and figuring out where it makes sense, can we make the money match, yada, 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 we have landed on one team. We have landed on one team. It's Luka and company. Just spend some money to bring in Eddie Curry, who is a monster in this universe. Of course, Luka has won an MVP award. You have to give up all of the draft picks you can. Unprotected, and second two. 3 first-round picks, roster filler. You have a young player. Instead of that second-round pick, you want Aaron Aflalo because he's 24. 24, you're Aaron Aflalo, 3 first-round picks. That's the best you could get for Kobe right now. And again, he requested a trade. In this universe, he's requesting it. So there's no, we just gonna keep him to the head. We gonna, no. Kobe Bean Bryant. We're forcing you. And you are a Utah Jazzian. Whoa. The biggest name to ever be traded in these videos just happened right then, right there. All right, well, it wasn't as fun as we thought. I thought the Atlanta Hawks were the perfect pairing, but the money was just too much. So here we go. Book Night doesn't get better, but Vooch is turning into a guy. Jimmy Butler jumped up a lot. That's why I wanted Jimmy Butler to be the part of the trade, man, because that's what you want when you're trading away the best player in the league. A young player that you know is going to be better. And they even got Draymond down there too. But again, the money just never really worked out. This right here, though, scary work for the league. Now, they got to figure out the rest of the roster because right now they're starting center or power forward is Ray Pittman. Who is that? I don't know. But yeah, they got a lot to figure out. But these two up top is guaranteeing that we get Kobe in the playoffs, which is something we haven't been able to do so far. So I see that as an absolute win of an offseason. And it's time to spin the wheel to figure out what draft class we load in next. It's going to be the 2013 draft class. So I've been going around the league trying to figure out at the deadline if there's trades. And honestly, there's not anything to do right now. We did 2 smaller ones, some role player adjustments, but like as far as seeing big name talent get moved, this is a dead offseason, man. It really is. The one team that has players to move, the contracts are too big. And I think this offseason, or between now and next video, I'm going to adjust some stuff so that we can see more free movement. But, you know, it is what it is. The Jazz are good, just for an upgrade or update. Playoff time, man. That's what we're here for. Playoff time. Bron goes back to back with the MVPs. Crazy numbers from him. You got to hit more free throws so we can get into that club. Anthony Davis does win Rookie of the Year with the cornrows in one picture and no cornrows in the other one. You like that? 19-9-2 with 2.5 blocks. Kemba Walker, 6th Man of the Year. We got to free Kemba, and I don't mean like trade him. He's behind. Who is he behind? Stephon Marbury, the old self. At some point, he's got to become a starter. This is year number 3 of him just being really good as a backup. Tim Duncan's just still in that award every year. Most improved goes to Vooch because he's the best player on the team all of a sudden after all of those trades. Frank Reeves wins Coach of the Year and executive, yada, yada, yada. Luka still makes an All-NBA team. Kobe still makes an All-NBA team, so that bodes well for their chances, I think. And we here in the playoffs. But once again, all right. The draft class is the Giannis class. There is no sleeping on who the best player is, though. So whoever gets the first pick is getting Giannis, potential generational talent. Let's see the teams that's going to be in the running for Giannis. Bottom of the barrel out west is the Rockets, who just, what did the Rockets do? Oh, they did trade for Carlos Boozer. So the Washington Wizards made a big adjustment, trading Boozer away. Did they draft somebody of value? I completely forget. Whoever it is, I mean, they're bad. They're bad. And of course, this team, who was in the first year of their rebuild, retool. We do see the Blazers again. The Blazers have been in the lottery for the last couple years. They have not that they haven't drafted well. What the heck? How are you not out of the league? Not that they haven't drafted well, because they did get Malcolm Brogdon, Marcus Gasol, yes, Deion Waiters, and all of that stuff. They just haven't been lucky enough to get a high pick to get nobody super crazy. Kawhi Leonard and company, they were in the playoffs last year. They fell out completely. And the best team is the Spurs and then the Suns, and then on a 10-game win streak. I think it looks good when you go into the playoffs as the hottest team. And if you're wondering, again, Kobe and Luka are right here. The rest of the roster could use some help, but this is their first year they're together, and they made the playoffs as a 3 seed. So, winning their division really helped. Out east, the Chicago Bulls keep the second consecutive year of being the best team in their conference. You also see the Washington Wizards back on top, even though they made the trade getting rid of Carlos Boozer in exchange for Chris Duarte and who else was it? Yi Jillian? Yep. So they got more depth in this trade, and it opened up the world for Hedo Turkoglu to start. And now you got more depth pieces, and maybe that works out better for them. I don't know. Only time will tell. The worst team ends up being the Raptors, who, of course, had the first overall pick last year. Got Anthony Davis. But they got a nice little core here. DeJounte Murray, Jamal Murray. I just thought about that. The Murrays. Okay, they got the Murrays. And then Anthony Davis and another lottery pick coming down the pipeline. So this team is probably going to be good relatively soon. This is the team I was talking about with Kemba Walker, Stephon Marbury at the 1. They even got a young Jaylen Brown. Like, their backcourt is set for the future with Jaylen Brown and Kemba Walker. They just got a free Kemba. We might do... Oh, didn't even recognize this. Damian Lillard. They also have Damian Lillard. Okay. The Cavaliers were also really bad, but do you care about that? Probably not. Who's on this team? Nobody. Oh, man. All right. Playoff time. First team to be eliminated is the OKC Thunder. No close games in here. We definitely want to see Kobe and Luka play together, but they just dominated. So they are advancing to the next round. Lakers Timberwolves is the next game. 3-0 series lead for the Lakers again, trying to make another push. And they do that. Okay. We got this one. This team in Phoenix, they're up 3-0 on the Kings. The Kings are a team that have been a playoff team over the last couple seasons, but it hasn't been great enough for them to make it out of the first round. We got 3-3-1 series on the other side. And we see the Pacers down 3-1 in the series. The Paul Pierce acquisition to the C's might be the determining factor to make the C's real-life contenders, beating up on this Pacer team who have been so good for so very long. Will it happen? Will it not? It looks like, based on that first half, that the Pacers might have enough fight to get to the next round. But we jumping in, baby. We're jumping in. We get to see the truth. Versus Tim Duncan, and Ben Simmons is on this team, and all of the other stuff. Ben Simmons with the ball with the 2K generics. He gives it to Zach Randolph, who gives it up to Anthony Simons. We got Simmons and Simons on the team. We got Murray and Murray on the team. We got some crazy name stuff going on. Here are the Indiana Pacers, who, again, every season we find a way to watch them. Jay Rich is just a dude. And there's Tony Parker downhill. Man, he at the midi. He gets to the free throw line, and that's, I guess the free throw is a better, higher percentage shot than long mid-range jumper. Never mind, he missed it. Never mind. Ben Simmons gives it up to Anthony, who gives it back to Ben. He's being guarded by the one and only, the Tim Duncan, who gives it up to the truth. Pump fake. James Posey right there in his grill. Josh Okogie also in his grill. Josh Okogie for 3. He got the dunk symbol next to his name. I knew that was missing. He is not built for that three-point shot. Here's TP 2 minutes ago, up by 3. Anthony Simons trying to stick with Tony. Tony created a lot of space. Got his own rebound in a sea of white jerseys. Kick it out to Jay Rich. Jay Rich up and in. No good. So there were some people open on the perimeter, but hey, he wanted to take the shot. It's cool. Anthony Simons to the truth. Guarded by Mr. Posey. Let's see the truth try to take over this game, man. Down by 3 with a minute and a half to go. You need something spectacular to happen. There is a Zach Randolph screen, and he is leaning like crazy. It doesn't matter. The amount of leaners that are hit in this game is ridiculous. I guess I'm not complaining because baskets are baskets, and I'm here for the entertainment factor. They be hitting them leaners like it's nothing. Boy, leaning three-pointer is a tough shot regardless of who you are, and they doing it regularly. TP trying to get downhill, give it up to Z. I mean, that was so deep in the corner. He was basically behind the rim, and he green released it. And just like that, they're right back up by 2, trying to keep their season alive. There's Paul Pierce. He's calling for the ball. He's calling for the ball. He's trying to showcase his clutch gene. Let's see if he actually got it. Let's see if he actually got it. All right, moves at 10. Downhill, Z with great defense. Big Z with great defense without the foul. A bucket right here could be the determining factor versus keeping your season alive versus being eliminated. Let's see what's going to happen. Tony, you got a mismatch right there with Big Z if you just want to get in the post. Never mind, they switched it. There's James Posey, not this year post. Last year you hit a huge shot, not this year. 38 seconds to go. The truth with the ball. Alley-oop to Josh Okogie. There's that dunk symbol coming to play. 35 seconds to go. Here we go. Jay Rich with the ball in his hands. You know he want to do his thing. Josh Okogie's a good defender. A really good defender. Forced to miss and the board. He takes it off the glass. No timeout. Ben Simmons was open, but it's Ben Simmons, right? He's still open, but it's Ben Simmons. Anthony gets fouled by Tim Duncan. What a game. Anthony, first free throw is up, and it is green release. Uh-oh, hit this one. Please, no more timeouts. I hope they don't have any more timeouts. Please don't have any more timeouts. He missed it, and they do have a timeout. Oh, boy. Season on the line, down by 1 point. You score here, you potentially keep the year alive. Jay Rich, no Tim Duncan touches so far in this game, if I'm not mistaken. Here's something. Tony Parker's open. He was open. It's a little bit too late now. Tony with 3 seconds to go. Downhill. Tony Parker got his own board, and it doesn't matter. The Celtics are here. They acquire this man, Paul Pierce, for Wally Zerviak, and he hits the big shot. And he ends up with 27, and they advance to the next round, eliminating the Indiana Pacers. The Pistons end up eliminating the Washington Wizards, so we see an upset. But it's not an upset because that Pistons Yao team is ridiculous. So it doesn't even count. I mean, technically, yes, but also no. It's like when the Lakers did what they did this season. Like, yeah, technically it's an upset, but have you been seeing the Lakers play ball recently? They're pretty good. So there's the Bulls also advancing, and now we only have a couple series left. One of them being this one. That's a potential closeout game between the Bobcats and the Magic. The Bobcats, man. Only if y'all had Kobe. Only if y'all had Kobe, this would be a whole different story, but instead it's not. And just like that. Oh, wait. Oh, no. You were in the lead. My fault. You were in the lead. I don't know why I thought that meant that you were about to go down, but you still forced the game 7. You still get the game 7. All right, only one game 7. And it's the Evan Mobley versus Kay Cunningham show. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Same draft class, right? Here we go. Can we get a close one so we can watch Motorcade? The answer is nope. We won't. And we do. Ended up being close. But it was an upset. It's a 1. It's a 4-5. So it doesn't matter. The Mike Miller game. Who gonna forget it? The Mike Miller game. And again, Kay Cunningham. Oh, but this brother needs some help. They have to make some trades this offseason. No way it's just gonna be him all the time. So the second round is set. Paul Pierce versus Yao Ming. Paul Pierce and people versus Yao Ming closeout game for the Detroit Pistons. Will they get the job done? Find out right now. Find out right now. Also, we 100% have to see if Kobe and Luka's dynamic, because that's what we're here for, right? 2 minutes left in this game. Detroit trying to close out this series. Will they be able to? I don't know. Let's figure it out together. Sean Marion not on the court. Yao Ming is, though, and that's kind of all you need. Big Zebo, hey, bullies get bullied, but Yao Ming is a different kind of bully. You know what I'm saying? He's a different kind of bully. Both starting groups are in the game, so shout out to that. We haven't really seen much of Ben other than him existing. Every time he tries to create in the games that we've watched, he hasn't been able to. Jaren is kind of nice like that. Jaren's perimeter defense is ridiculous for a power forward. And there's a steal from Yao. That front court has been dominating the league together for some time. Here's Bones Highland for 3, and it is a 7-point game. That might be all she wrote, and it is. Bones Highland with a clutch 3 and a clutch game. 21 points. Don't ask him to get no assists. Don't ask him to get no rebounds. That's not what he do. and they stay alive. They stay alive. Lakers Spurs. Oh my God, the Lakers are down 3-1. I just realized that. The Lakers are down 3-1. We have not seen the Lakers get eliminated in a playoff series in a very long time. LeBron James, Franz Wagner, Mikal Bridges and company, they get it done. The 3-time defending champions are done. The three-peat is all again. We don't get to the quad feed or whatever you want to call it. And just like that, LeBron and company are in the conference finals, baby. The Bulls are down 3-1 to the Magic. Man, Chicago, what is going on? Are you going to lose to this 5 seed? Whoever's at the bottom of this bracket out east, I have confidence is going to come out if the Bulls don't make this comeback and win this series. And right now they have the lead and it's relatively close. It's a minute to go. You know we got to hop on in. The Bulls at home. Every time there's somebody at the free throw line, but you know what? This gives us an opportunity to put the starter lineups in, so we're not going to complain. 1-point lead for the Chicago Bulls. We made the adjustments, put the starters in, but no dead ball has taken place. Mobley tries to go over KG, and KG said, I ain't none of that for the young fella. Here we go with Kevin Durantula with the ball. What are you going to do? Size up. Being guarded by Kevin Knox. Kevin on Kevin. And there's 3 Kevins on the court at the same time right now. I don't know if that was even possible in history before today. Kevin Garnett with the miss and a rebound for Evan Mobley, who is at this point in his career is a grab it and go type player, which we respect. He's a grab it and go type player. Here is Jamal Crawford, who's been here for his entire career so far. Evan Mobley, that's the Stockton Diop. This is a nice defensive front court. Oh, what a steal from Colin Sexton. He sold them 1 year, and that is a huge rebound that potentially could keep the season alive if they score right here. Kevin, pump fake, nothing. Gives it up to Clay. Clay, jab step. The triple threat position. 2 dribbles, 3 dribbles, 4 dribbles, 5 dribbles. That's too many dribbles for Klay Thompson. Kevin Durant for 3. No good. A timeout being called? Are you going to call the timeout? The answer is no. They letting the boys play. Evan Mobley guarded by Kevin Durant. Season on the line for the Chicago Bulls. They need to hang on this one. Step back, 5 seconds to go. He has no place to go. Jamal Crawford, season on the line for the Bulls, and he missed it. The Bulls live to see another day. The Jazz are down in there. I need this to be close because the other games haven't been. I need it to be close, and it doesn't look like it's going to be. But, hey, it's enough for them to complete another game, to get one more game under their belt. Next game is seeing what's going on between Detroit and Boston. And it's a lot of Boston so far. A lot of Detroit so far. And it looks like this is a Detroit 1 game. It looks like the Detroit Pistons will force a Game 7. And now we go right back to Chicago. We go back to Orlando for this series versus Chicago. So far, this playoffs, I would say, has been live. It's been long series, good series. This is not it. It looks like the Bulls will be eliminated today. Yep, the Bulls will not see that NBA Finals appearance again. And now we got 2 Game 7s. Kobe being Bryant and Luka Doncic. Luka's averaging 26, 10, and 10. Kobe's averaging 21, 8, and 4 on crazy splits these last couple seasons. Like, come on, man. Almost 50-50-90, the 50-50-90 club. Here it is. And Phoenix. Huge first quarter for the Utah Jazz. But there's Phoenix fighting back. Please keep it close. It's not really. It is close. Okay, we'll take that. 4 points. 4 points to 2 minutes ago. That feels right. That feels right. That feels like a game we jump into because anything can still happen. This team is so crazy. Wow. I did not realize that Kirk Heinrich was on the team too. Man, this team is insane. They also have Trey Murphy. Wow. That is a really well put together team right now. So that's crazy. And on the other side, Mo Peterson's too small. So yeah, they're gonna have to run. This is their real lineup. All right. So here we go, man. We get to see the dynamic of Luka and Kobe Bean Bryant. Luka definitely got his number, so that's dope. I ain't even looked to see if Kobe got his number. He's rocking 8. Okay, so we'll take that. Here is Luka being guarded by Kirk Heinrich. Here it is. Kobe off the screen. He went the other way with it. Keon Johnson gets blocked by T-Mac. Huge defensive stop from the from the Phoenix Suns. I love this old court, bro. I love this court. Anyway, we got to get T-Mac the ball. There it is. Thank you, Captain. That's why Captain Kirk is the man. Big 3, miss. Luka with his 12th rebound, 11th rebound of the game. Gives it up to Keon Johnson. Why is Keon Johnson taking the leaners and not Kobe or Luka? I don't know. 2 possessions, 2 attempts from Keon Johnson. Who does bro think he is? Oh my God, Dwayne Wade is too physical, too strong, and that layup is up and in. And the Phoenix Suns might be a minute and a half away from making a conference finals appearance. Finally, we get to see Kobe Bean Bryant with the ball. Is he hooping in Jordans? I can't even tell. It looks like he might be hooping in Jordans. I don't know what's going on. Back cut Keon Johnson. That's a shot you want Keon to take and not the leaning 3 and the heavily contested 3. Dwayne Wade, team up by 4. You get a bucket right here. You put a bigger gap between you and your opponent. Are you going to be able to do it? Dwayne Wade, number 2, big 3, miss. One of the greatest rebounders of all time, Andre Drummond, with a huge board. Now, he's not the greatest free throw shooter. One of these is a really good get, and he greened it. Sheesh. Now, if he goes 2 for 2, he missed the second one. Okay, I didn't expect him to actually go 2 for 2. They also took Kobe off the floor. I don't want to watch it anymore. Why would you ever take Kobe off the floor? How is that not backcourt either? I just don't understand. Luka trying to post up the center. They don't want this win. They don't want this win. I've seen enough. They don't want this win, and they're not gonna get it. How do you take Kobe off the floor in that situation? Oh my God, Eddie Curry with a huge game. Eddie Curry's really good in this universe. You take Kobe out of the game, and you lose because of it. That's insane. That's insane. All right, well, that is the first year of the Kobe experiment in Utah. We'll see next season how that turns out long term. Here we go with Game 7 between Detroit and Boston. You know, this team, this is not a real rivalry yet, but it feels like it might have the making of becoming that. And with a minute and a half to go, 2-point game in the favor of the Celtics. We're getting a lot of jump ins today. We are building the lore of the universe. So we got 3 point guards in the game for the Pistons. I made the adjustments. Next day ball, they'll be there. Bones with the kick out to Miller, who misses it. 2-point game in the favor of the Celtics, who again have a bigger lineup with Zebo, with Ben, and with Robert Williams. And they should use that to their advantage. There's obviously Robert Williams getting guarded by Bones Highland. If you don't take advantage of that, sorry, he's going to sit in the corner. Ben Simmons goes up over Yao Ming. What is the offense? It's not good. It's not good. Here we go. Minute to go. Boston, what are you going to do? I forgot who's even up in this series. I can't lie to you. Who's at the most stake? I don't know. There's Bones trying to go against Ben Simmons, and he gets to the lane at ease and ties it up with a minute to go. That's a real-life bucket against a really good defensive player in Ben Simmons. That's tough, Bones. That's tough. Here we go, Anthony. Be guarded by that old man, Mr. Miller. Double team on Ben. Turnaround post shot for Ben Simmons. Tell me he don't want to win the game. He let a player blow past him and then took the most hideous shot of all time. Yeah, that's an easy lay. I mean, Detroit is trying to make another run. They're trying to make another run. It's been a few years since they've made a finals appearance. They're trying to make that other run. A stop right here goes a very long way. A stop right, and they've been doing it with 4 point guards in the court. That's Aaron Holiday, if you didn't know. Ben Simmons gets to the basket. He misses it, and they give it up to Miller. Is Miller going to make his free throws? The answer is yes. Anthony Simons gets free throws, and that's the game. Bones, hey, tough bucket at the end. And they advance to the conference finals for the first time in a few years, man. We got a 5 and a 7 and a 1 and a 2. LeBron versus T-Mac and Dwayne Wade. That's tough. And then over here, it's like Evan Mobley versus Yao Ming and company. And boy, whoa. Phoenix is ready for that leap to make a finals appearance. They did. I think year 1 of this series, they made some big noise. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. And, haven't been back since. They were able to draft Dwayne Wade, of course, in the draft class, and Dwayne Wade has been able to help them do what they have to do. Bron is at the line right now. Can we get the story of the game? Well-rounded play, but Bron on the other side is like, hey, I'm not getting swept. You say what you want, I ain't getting swept. And he hits the second free throw and gives them a 1-point lead with 40 seconds to go. T-Mac is in the game. Dwayne Wade, are you in the game? Please tell me you're in the game. He is. Okay, great. It's weird to see him with the number 2, but it is what it is. T-Mac goes right over. That was 100% smothered over LeBron and Mitchell Robinson. That's 100% smothered. Who's doing that other than T-Mac? All right, Bron, show the world. 2-time MVP. Show the world. Oh, man, that's easy. Oh, no, he didn't pull up. Bro, you got the lane. Look, there's nobody there. Oh, my God. he might have just sold the season. I mean, they're already down 3-0. No team's ever come back 3-0. But, bro, that is about as easy as a layup, a dunk as you can potentially get. And instead of taking it, he didn't. And there's maybe no timeouts. You got to get the ball to LeBron, and they do. 20 seconds to go, guarded by Kirk Heinrich right now. This is not a good matchup. The double team does come. Stop playing. Stop. I know you're not for real. I know you're not for real. I know you're not for real, Mitchell Robinson. There is Ronald Murray. Franz Wagner puts it back up and in. No way Mitchell Robinson thought that that was the right thing to do. He has not made a three in his NBA career. He has not attempted a three in his NBA career. Why did he think that that was what needed to be done? He's so lucky Franz got those offensive boards, bro. He's so lucky. He's so lucky because he would have been, boy, they would have X out. He would have been traded so fast. He would have been traded so fast. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. T-Mac. T-Mac. Pump fake. Shot is up. No good. Overtime. And Phoenix. That wasn't a terrible look. Can I say that? Or was it awful? And I just don't want to admit it. I don't know. And here we go. Overtime. The Spurs got to do something. It don't look like they will. And these Phoenix Suns are heading back to the NBA Finals. They're heading back to the NBA Finals. Wow, wow, wow. And on the other side, are we getting a 7th seed? Are we getting a 7-seeded Detroit Pistons? Again, this Pistons team is not a normal 7th seed. They've been really good every single season. I don't know, maybe it was an injury that prevented them from being good this year or great this year, but oh, that was a really close game that we just missed out on. And yeah, just like that, it's going to be the finals. Detroit versus Phoenix. If Detroit gets another one, it's been like 4 years since their last one, so this will be a crazy comeback. Game 1 not close, as you can see. Yao Ming kind of, prevented from being crazy good. Game 2 not close. Game 3 not close. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a sweep. It's a sweep. Dwayne Wade and T-Mac get that ring. T-Mac has been in the league for 13 seasons, ladies and gentlemen. He's got his championship. He's got his championship. Loki only lost 3 games in this entire run. The only people to give him some burn is Eddie Curry, Kobe, and Luka. Everybody else was like easy. 7 seed, 1 seed, 7 seed, 3 seed. They just ran through everybody. And that's going to be the end of this season, y'all. This is a good offseason coming up. We got the Giannis coming into the league. And yeah, man, if you enjoyed it, leave it a like. And I'll be back in a couple days.